Hello, and welcome to Sean's Creative Corner. This topic today is expanding your horizons. Okay, so following up on the last topic, which I believe was the Great Disconnect, I talked about how in this time and day we are living in a general social media, internet, self starting entrepreneurial business time where people can create businesses without an LLC, just using their cell phone or a camera. Um, and to expand on your horizons, this means that not everything we do for an online business is done online. I currently still work at a part time restaurant called Route 31, which is a natural eatery. I also, prior to that, was working at Aladdin's Natural Eatery, which I am not taking any hours, but I left on good terms. And I am also applying to a friend's recommendation to a place called Nosh, which is even busier than both of those restaurants, and they even have an assistant general managing position available. And while I've worked in restaurant business my whole life doing front of the house and back of the house, I might look into this assistant general manager position because in the sense that what I'm doing here with this online business is general managing, because I'm general managing my own schedule, my own environment, my own time. Um, I've also recently, in the last few days, purchased a domain name called Omnicore Studios, which will be the umbrella name for everything I'm doing here, which is designed around the concept of health, wealth, and relationships with some subgenres of the game dev and design, which is this channel, and the Captain and Admiral Productions, which is my music umbrella company for all the bands and stuff I do with my friend Justin. And I have specific plans for each of those subgenres and domains online as much as I do in the real world. And where I'm going with this, and getting back to expanding your horizons and saying that not everything is done online, I've also spent some time going and watching other bands perform, and I've met one group of people who I would like to also advocate for and help here in Rochester, New York. They are a slightly younger group of guys and have become good friends in the last month or so since I've known them. And I am trying to kind of be an advocate or maybe even a general manager for them if I can help and if they want the help, of course. So what I'm saying here is that it's good to. I also purchased some business cards, so I'm going to take those business cards and go, place to place, door to door, the places where you can put business cards and ads and those kind of things, and speak to people in person, because the lost art of, the door to door salesman in this time is also still relevant, because you need to somehow draw people, whether it's through social media and stuff like that. But I feel like even now, that's even more of a problem, because everybody has a social media, everybody has an online business, everybody's doing this for themselves. So you still have to be creative and unique. And so this is a very unique time of creativity and change, and I feel that you still need to balance your actual physical sales and general social skills out in the real world. It's not like you can just create a social media account, create a YouTube channel, create an email contacts, create a website, and then all of a sudden all these people start flooding in. You have to do real work and real socialization and real networking online and offline, in my standpoint. I know some people are really good and have developed completely an online personality, but that doesn't mean that they don't have real friends and families in real life and they don't meet some of these people who are their followers. My guess is a lot of them have so real, instead of instead of an online, completely online base, online course, online talk show, online podcasts and stuff like that. Even then, they have to bring in people and communicate to show a sense of transparency, a sense of sociability, a likability, friendliness. These are all things that I think we could develop and use to our advantage and then help push the online stuff. While I'm not going to talk about, I'm not going to quite talk about this, but I used to have a MySpace, and then that MySpace, then I got a Facebook. And then I had problems with Facebook. So I got shut down on Facebook several years ago because some of you might know, like Twitter accounts and Facebook, they had these basically these screening things where they would screen people out, and like even people like me, a lot of people got screened out or dropped off of Facebook or Twitter and stuff like that shouldn't really have. Like because they've created these AI systems or these security systems trying to like weed out certain people online, and which then people started to complain to me because they were losing their freedom of choice, their freedom of voice, and some of their own Facebook accounts or their media accounts or their blog accounts, which had hundreds of thousands of videos and pictures and things like that, like intellectual property. So to this day, I'm still thinking that I could potentially sue Facebook for what they did, because they basically deleted my account and all that intellectual property of those photos and pictures and blogs and communications and stuff that I created. I'm not sure that Facebook did it intentionally. I think it was in this general great algorithm and stuff, but it was the same time, right around when, COVID happened and the economy was shutting down. So there was a lot of skepticism going on who was in control and who was making money off of specific things. Was it the drug companies, or was it the businesses, or was it the politicians saying that we can and can't do this? And there was a lot of things going on during that time, and still today in the political, legality realm of protecting one's online intellectual properties and this kind of topic that I think is super important, and why I'm not saying you don't absolutely need an LLC, because if your company is bigger, having an LLC will protect certain things. But doing just what I'm doing and making a channel and a website, you can start all this with a sole proprietorship. And if you plan to take on clients or clientele or other employees, well, that's when or have thousands of dollars of sales within a year, you're going to want to think about an LLC. So that is the general thing. I'm expanding your horizons because I want people to be aware of the ifs, ands, whys, and buts of the business, social, political world that we live in. And so today I'm going to a gala for a friend, and they're winning a community award, and so I'm having a dinner. I got some new clothes and I got a haircut. So, and I plan to, maybe wear something more professional these days. It's helping not just my physical appearance, but my mental health a little bit, helping feel like, like dress well, feel well, kind of thing. And I promised that since I put my closet here, that I would be trying to change it up here and be a little bit creative with my wardrobe. Anyways, so closing my computer, I just want to say, hope you're having a wonderful day, and God bless, and pushing forward to, I'm still, like I mentioned that I wasn't quite doing certain things I was saying. It was more of that I was learning on how to speak and talk and trying to tell myself here on camera, making this business at first, my short-term and long-term goals. I still plan on having this game dev and, an online thing. I just don't know if I plan on selling the online course. There's just so many things and little products and service ideas and things that I'm trying to put together on my website, through my YouTube channel, and through my older, musical albums and things and sales, and trying to consolidate and secure these things and create a payment system and, reach out to people in person with a business card and draw in email accounts, both online and offline, and all of these things coming together. And so I don't, some things, like I said at the beginning, I do for integrity and honesty and not money. But at the same time, I am, this starving artist for many years, and I've struggled time and time again, and which is why I've, to make a base living. And that is ultimately part of the goal, is that I am hoping to generate enough views, subscribers, and sales with, whether it be an online course, the sales of products, or like a Zoom meeting that I could have with specific clients if it was geared to a specific need or want, which is why I encourage people who are watching this or tuning in to email me, and feel free to ask questions or post comments or concerns or any of those things, and I will do the best to answer these questions as they come in. Anyways, that's it. God bless and good luck.